When you are sick and tired of talking about something as a marketer, your customers are just beginning to take notice and listen. It's really difficult as a marketer to keep putting the same information out into the world over and over and over. There's an internal sense that we've already said this. Hey, we did something that essentially shared this information 2 weeks ago. We did something 2 months ago. People have seen it. People are, they're already tired of it. They aren't going to listen anymore. And the reality is that we are the only people who live and breathe the marketing for our organization every day. And every week we are spending hours focusing on the messaging that we're going to put out, the words, the phrases, the content, getting it all just right, editing video, putting it out into the world, making sure that our message gets heard. But for the people on the receiving end, they're seeing a small percentage of what we're putting out. Sometimes in the 15, 20, 25% of what we put out is actually seen by a specific person. And the reality is that's a lot of repetitions for us to be talking about something for someone to actually be hearing. Especially if we want them to hear frequently enough that we become front of mind as a solution to that problem. So the interesting thing then is that as marketing leaders, we often will be sick and tired of talking about something and even hearing about ideas long before the people we are marketing to. And I've seen a couple times recently where business leaders are listening to the voices of the people around them who are saying, I'm sick and tired of hearing about this. Someone needs to stop talking about this. We already did this. We've already said it too many times. No one cares anymore. And I've walked away from each of those conversations and thought, I don't think that's right. And the reason I don't think it's right is because it's leaders in that area who are saying, I'm sick and tired of this topic. And once again, about the time the leaders are sick and tired of the topic, the people we're talking to are just beginning to get the idea enough so that they can act on it. So I would encourage you as a marketer, as a business owner, when it becomes difficult that you're thinking, how can I talk about this yet again? How can I do this again? Is oftentimes the moment that we are finally hitting enough repetitions, enough stride that the people we're talking to are finally going, oh, now I know what you do. Now I know the problems that you solve. Now I know why I should hire you. So don't lose heart in the process and don't stop making repetitions. Don't stop creating content just because you're tired of the topic already. Because the people you serve aren't there yet and you are just beginning to get noticed. And if you stop, find a different lane and start over again, you are going to get to the same place again. So make sure you don't stop prematurely before those people are ready to act and move forward with you. One of the ways that you can make sure that you are getting your message seen and heard enough so that you can combat that tension that is felt with, I feel like I've said this too much, I'm sick and tired of this topic, I don't want to ever hear about it again, is for you to actually build out a marketing strategy that includes a plan for distribution of how you're going to get messages out. That way you aren't randomly and by happenstance just throwing content, throwing marketing plans out into the world. You're actually following a repetitive system where you know I need to put this kind of things out so that people begin to get the repetitions that they need, so that I know I need these specific kinds of content, so that if you're hiring an external team, you know we need these 12 items each month, we need these 4 items each month, we need these 3 things, and there's no question in anyone's mind exactly what the deliverables are and also why you're creating what you're creating, so that you make sure that message gets out, gets heard, and is seen by the right people enough times so that your internal voice that says, enough, I don't want to hear about this, I'm tired of marketing this, does not detract you from finally getting heard enough times by the end person. If that's you, I would love to have a conversation with you and with your leadership about how we could set one of those strategies in place for you, and we can make sure that the messaging we have and the strategy that you have for getting it out actually works to get that message heard. Send me a DM and we can talk about how a Distill Your Story session could help your business.